only a few years ago. So that's what's.
Well, yeah, I don't want to take responsibility away from men, but women have always been the gatekeepers. Men have always been men. I think if you look at any period of history in any part of the world, no matter what the culture, if men had unlimited access to sex, they'd take it. I think it's biological for men to be that way and try and reproduce as many women as possible. I think that women have always been the gatekeepers. They've always been the ones who are saying no. And if women break down the gates and no longer say no, then they're going to have promiscuous societies in godless cities like Miami, like I just described. And I agree with you in terms of them deliberately trying to destroy the family home. They are doing that. Part of it's for consumerism because they want consumerism to be our gods. That's absolutely part of it. But another reason is I think a lot of the plans that people have who are in charge of the world across the next 100 years are truly draconian and they're truly evil. And the things they're going to plan to do to people and the lives we're going to be forced to live. And if you destroy the family unit, if you destroy the idea of standing up, the problem is if a man has a family, he'll die for it. If a man's woman doesn't listen to him, his kids he doesn't talk to, when they come along with these draconian rules and bullshit, you're kind of like, oh, whatever. I'll just move. I'll just move country, or I'll just leave it, or I don't care, right? They're trying to destroy the resistance and the resilience amongst the population so they can make slaves of us all. And I think that the family unit is a big part of that.
And
Yeah, that's right.
Woman is the best way to do it.
Well, absolutely, because if you have a woman who's truly ride or die, truly by your side, and kids who truly love you, you're going to stand on that porch with a shotgun and say, no, you're not coming in this house. But when you don't have that, it gets to a point where it's like, not my fight, not my problem. And it actually extrapolates not just from the family unit, it goes bigger and bigger. This is the reason why in Western societies, nobody knows each other. Nobody likes each other. If you live in a street in England, you don't know anyone. You don't know. You can live there your whole life. You don't talk to nobody. And then even if you do start to meet people, you don't like. He's that color, don't like him. He's from there, don't like him. He likes that kind of car, don't like him. Nobody likes each other. Society is completely degraded. There's no baseline morality. There's no unifying factor. There's absolutely nothing. And what happens is as soon as the law breaks down, if you look at even in America when there's natural disaster, as soon as the law is gone, as soon as the police can't turn up, it becomes. They start shooting at each other. It's a free-for-all,
We
right?
saw in Seattle, didn't we? After the BLM whole
We saw after Hurricane Katrina, they're shooting at the cops, all this
crazy.
stuff.
They took over like a courthouse in Seattle. It was just like lawlessness.
So they destroy the family unit to destroy the town, to build these societies where everybody's innately selfish. You may be scared of the law, so you behave a little bit, but everybody's absolutely innately selfish. So when they come along with complete insanity, draconian laws where they say, because of the common cold, you're not allowed to leave your house, for example, we're going to put you out of business, and they wreck you.
Common cold.
Everyone sits at home and doesn't do shit.
And follows,
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, well, not my problem, none of it. But when you actually care about your family, you care about your community, you care about your town, and it becomes much harder to control people because the globalists and their agenda is to make slaves of us all. That's what they're trying to do. And it's hard to make a slave of a man who has a family and believes in protecting his